So the next thing that we're going to look at is buttons. So I have my previous Hello World program and I've done some modifications to it. I now have on here two different labels. I've changed the background a little bit, changed the text. Window size is still the same. I've left the root window called My Window, which is what I've been using for right now for these teaching videos, but you can call it whatever you want, as I've discussed previously. So if I run this is what I currently have. Everyone Loves Pancakes is my title. Then I have pancakes written in bold, in times, with an underline at size 30. And you can see I've changed the colors a little bit. I have sort of this off-white for the background. It's not quite a bright white. And I have this dark gray, actually not even really very close to black at all, for the text. And then I have the smaller text underneath it. Everyone loves them, referring to the pancakes, written in Helvetica, a little bit smaller, in italic, with that same foreground color, and with my backgrounds all matching my background color. I left the window geometry, the size and placement the same as the previous video, and my intent is to add a button down here. Now there's different things that we can do with buttons, and the code can vary depending on what you want to do with them. So we're going to start simple, and then we'll add more stuff as we go along, as you get more comfortable with it. So basically, I've created this little PSA program, right? Like, it's very important that you are aware that everyone loves pancakes, so I've created this little program to inform you of that. Once it's done its job, you should be able to close it. Now, of course, you can close the little red button here, but maybe I want a little exit button down here as well, not just this little red one here. So how do I do that? So this will be our first button to do, and it's a very easy button to make. Alright, so I'm going to make a new instance of a button. So a button is an object, and an instance is a specific calling of that button, and that's the same thing we did up here with this window, right? So this is creating a specific instance of a Tkinkter window. So here I'm going to do something similar. I'm going to call this exit button, and it's a button, so button. And we need parentheses, and it's going to go in my window, and then we can put what text the button will say. So click to exit, and finally we need the actual behavior that will tell Tkinkter or Python what to actually do when we click the button, and that will be command equals my window dot destroy. So that creates the button. We have created a button. We need to actually tell it to include the button, and we should just be able to tell it .pack on the end here. So if we run this, there we go. Pancakes, everyone loves them. Click to exit. If we click, it exits. Now, if you noticed, we did have this little issue here where we have this outline, right? Once again, we have a background that doesn't match. So we can try out using the same BG attribute from above and see what happens. And make sure we separate this attribute from the next with the comma. And let's give it a try. So obviously that didn't work. So even though what we're doing through all of these is Tkinkter, the attributes don't always work across all of them. And we saw that already too, because for label it was BG, but for the window it was background. So what if instead we try backgrounds? And once again, that doesn't work either. So there's got to be something else for this. We could, instead of using the regular button, we could use the TTK button. And right now, if we run this, it's not going to work. TTK is not defined because it's sort of a different part of Tkinkter that this import star doesn't actually include. So if we import TTK and we make this the TTK dot button and we run this, now we can see actually that this button looks pretty decent and I don't see that white outline around it.